Ciao, everybody. John Stettin, Past the Wire TV, and we will be back in a minute with the Sure Bet Coffee Saturday Play of the Day. Now, probably to me, the most intriguing horse in the race, Arabian Night, who I thought was probably one of the best 3-year-olds early in the year.
Feel for the $1 million FanDuel Pacific Classic sent on their way. On the inside, Go Rocket Ride broke beautifully and goes straight to the lead. Being joined now by Arabian Night. Two favorites, 1-2 in the early going.
Arabian Night is the last, and maybe mirror on the wall. Who's the fastest one of all? At the end of the day, it just might be Arabian Night if he goes forward as much as I think he can off that 1 3/4.
It's Arabian Night hanging on. Go Rocket Ride. Arabian Night has won the Pacific Classic.
I land on the bottom horse, Bright Future, for Todd Pletcher.
As the field turns for home, Bright Future is up to take the lead.
1-for-1 at Saratoga. You all know how much I like that, and we all know that all meet long, the horses that won over the track, the horses that like the track.
Bright Future digging in. Proxy's trying to get him. Bright Future or Proxy. Bright Future, Proxy. Here's the line. Photo finish. Bright Future.
Ciao, everybody. We have got a great show coming up, a show that I am super excited about, the Pacific Classic by the Thoroughgraph Numbers and Patterns. Great field this year. Looks like it's all about the 3-year-olds. We'll find out if that's true in a minute. We're starting out winners already with a cup of ice cold brewed Sure Bet coffee. You can get yours at surebetcoffee.com. I'll put a link down in the comments for some discounts through Past the Wire. And this is just going to be a fun show. Most of you who have been following these shows know that the patterns have been spot on since we started doing them for the Kentucky Oaks, I think. The mistakes made have been made by, unfortunately, yours truly, and there haven't been many of them, in interpreting some of the patterns. And I think a little bit of a bias got me with Arcangelo, but he had the numbers. But we're going to find out who is going into the Pacific Classic on the upswing, who might regress or bounce, who might peak, and hopefully we'll find out who's going to win.
In reality, it will be good horses, good races. Some of the top horses in the country are running, and I think the atmosphere is really different. Del Mar is a bit more casual, where it's a bit more, I would say, dress up, and the atmosphere is a bit different. That would be the main difference. It seems like Saratoga there's a lot more races, and competition is really good. I would say maybe Saratoga. I've been doing Del Mar, and I was very fortunate to have a very good business. So Del Mar has always been a good meet for me, and but it seems like Saratoga is as good as well. I don't think it'll be fair to put Flightline as a benchmark, because he was just a pure talent, smart horse. He had everything and above. So I don't think it'll be fair for the other horses. But I've been lucky to ride very good horses after him, and it's always a pleasure to ride those kind of horses. Obviously, Flightline was extremely talented.
Interesting in Detroit, in my opinion. This is a horse that always showed a lot of potential. Exploded second time out, win by 4.
Here comes Cogburn, and Cogburn has his sights on Nobles in the final 16th of a mile.
There's a lot of turf in this pedigree, top and bottom.
It will B. Cogburn on the outside, getting to the front.
The other thing that I like about Cogburn a lot is when I look at his thoroughgraph numbers. He's got some fast races. He's got a 1.
And Cogburn under Ricardo Santana Jr. wins the Troy.
I love in these 3-year-old races. Again, those of you that watch the show and have been reading, you know my columns and a lot of my handicapping things over the years know I like up and comers. I like betting horses to do things that you know maybe we can anticipate that some others can't, and that's how you sometimes beat a lot of favorites. I like program trading.
And program trading, resilient coming back on the inside. Program trading would not be denied.
White Barrio is very interesting to me for a couple of reasons. We heard from Blake, we know what the Vaughn thinks, okay? Second time Rick Dutrow. This time gets the jump from the catbird seat and turning for home. White Barrio was going to be in the race, if not on the lead, in the race, and the one they got to go get.
They're at the top of the stretch in the Whitney, and White Barrio is the leader narrowly over Giant Game.
We've had Irad breezing him a bunch at Belmont before he came up here. I know Irad really likes him. You know, we think that he should improve off of his last race. And, you know, if he gets a clean trip, we're expecting him to run big.
Look at White Barrio and Arad Ortiz Jr. in a runaway. White Barrio wins by almost 6 lengths.
Rhyme schemes on the outside, the bottom horse for Norm Cassie. Horse didn't do a lot of running first time out at Churchill Downs, going 5/8 of a mile, and what I thought was a pretty fast race on not such a fast track that day. He was 6x9, didn't really do any running, but he only went off, 6-7-1, so he took some money, and that turned out to be a very live race. Bunch of horses come out of that race to win, which I like with 2-year-olds.
And they're off, and Woodcourt flies out of the gate, immediately joined by Market Street, and these two duel through the opening furlong. Rhyme Schemes gets a good spot, 2 off the pace in third.
But he can certainly clear, and Santana is aggressive, and I can see this horse going 2 for 2 with the blinkers, and I'm hoping that they bet Pletcher's horse and the other horse.
And now Rhyme Schemes makes the move at the top of the stretch. It's a good one too. Rhyme Schemes takes over. Opens up 2 on Market Street in second. In the center of the track, it's Hall in third, but with a furlong left to go, Rhyme Schemes is long gone. A spectacular display from Rhyme Schemes, running home all alone in the Saratoga Special by 8 or 9 lengths.
Thank you for visiting Past the Wire TV, the YouTube channel of PastTheWire.com.
Tracking trips with Pick 6 King John Stettin. It's one of the best tools in horse racing for any level of player. It's your second set of eyes, spotting troubled trips, betting angles, track trends, horses to watch and favorites to fade, 10 figs, ticket structure, and more. At Tracking Trips, you're a friend with benefits. Not a member? You must hate winning money. Join Tracking Trips now. Visit PastTheWire.com and we'll see you in the winner's circle. Remember, nobody does it better.
Frankie Dettori. Ciao, Frankie. Tutto a posto.
Tutto a posto. Yes, that's a good start. So you haven't lost your Italian. Frankie Dettori, legend, world-class jockey, one of the best ever to sit in the saddle, ambassador to the sport of kings. Meet Frankie during his fanfare like never before, only on Past the Wire TV.
Classic. Vino Rosso has taken the lead, and it's a vintage performance by Vino Rosso.
Hi everybody, Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
It is here, the big day, the day almost all of us in horse racing wait for, Breeders' Cup Saturday. It looks like we're going to see some really, really impressive races on Saturday. It starts with the filly and mare sprint. One of my stronger opinions on the card is Goodnight Olive to start things off. I think she gets a perfect trip.
Goodnight Olive, 6 in a row, and a Breeders' Cup champion.
We've got Modern Games going in the Turf Mile for Godolphin. The Godolphin and Aidan O'Brien horses, we said on Past the Wire TV all week long on the backside. Those two contingents stuck out from all the rest. Modern Games looking for a big race from him.
Modern Games, storming down the center of the course. Modern Games, a two-time Breeders' Cup winner. You bet he is.
That is Rebels Romance, who in my humble opinion is one of Godolphin's better chances this year. Rebels Romance is a very, very good looking Godolphin horse that can absolutely win this race. Rebels Romance is a must use.
Rebels Romance, rolling on the outside. Warlock got it, makes her bid down toward the inside. Rebels Romance down the center of the course, has it close to home. Rebels Romance wins the turf over Stoney.
We got Flightline that they're putting in the best ever category. There's no question that the race he ran in the Pacific Classic is one of the best races we've seen any racehorse run ever.
It is Flightline. It is mind-tingling, jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, secretariat-like.
Nothing like starting off our horse racing day with a nice cold brew, Sure Bet coffee. Coming out of the box of winner, can't go wrong. Delicious. Get yours. There's a link on the website and in the comments on the video to grab it, and we will get to our play today for Saturday. We're going to Kentucky Downs, where I like to say over the hills and through the meadow. You know, it's a sprint race, 6.5 furlongs, but I don't know about you, but me, I've got a hard time calling any race at Kentucky Downs a sprint. The configuration and way that turf course is set up, I know they like to say it's a European style turf course. I think it's its own unique style turf course, and I'm really not wild about the configuration of it, but it is what it is. People like to bet on it. Those high purses bring big fields of quality horses, and we've got a mare in one of the races, the grade 2. What is it? It is the ladies turf sprint at 6.5 furlongs. They start right on that turn and that bend. I think it's actually uphill right over there, or that might be right where they start the downhill portion. I don't even know. But there is a mare that I like in that race quite a bit. And that's the 3, Wakanaka, Bill Mott's horse. She's 4-1 on the morning line. Joel Rosario rides. I'd love to see her stay 4-1. I don't know that she will. When you run down the morning line, you've got, Baystorm, the favorite at, what is she? She's 9-5 on the morning line. You've got a couple of horses, 5-1, 6-1, 4-1, that range. So I think she's going to go less than that, maybe 3-1, 7-2, maybe even 5-2, especially if we're talking about her on this show, because we've got some, heavy hitters that follow along. So you never know, but that's okay. A win is a win, and there's always ways to create value. But when I look at Wakanaka, she's never been over the Kentucky Downs course. That's a question. And Joel has been kind of, last maybe a year. I mean, it's been a while, but he's been kind of on and off. When he's on, he's really good. When he's off, he's not. Hopefully he's on and he brings his A game. And if he does, and she takes to this course, which I think she will, I think she's going to be a handful to beat. I see last time out, she chased Roses for Deborah at Saratoga, going 5.5 furlongs. That's shorter than she wants to go. 6.5 is probably shorter than she wants to go. I see her more as a mile and a 16th type of horse, but 6.5 at Kentucky Downs kind of translates to, a mile anywhere else to me. So I'm okay with it. And I'm okay with her coming at it at, sprint race where she chased a really, really fast horse. I mean, she moved into that filly in the stretch. She was only third by half a length. Wound up second by 2 1/4. She was a little bit wide. That's a really fast race to be coming out of that I think is going to set her up really, really good. You go back before that, she comes out of the grade 1, just a game to In Italian and Spenderella. In Italian was pretty much unbeatable that day on the lead. Just, Wakanaka really had no setup at all. Prior to that, at Churchill Downs, she ran to Fluffy Socks, Spenderella, and Speak the Devil. 3 fillies, I think, that are probably at their best, better than what she's going to face here. Before that, Queen Goddess, Shanastera, Lady Rockstar, again, really good horses in the Pegasus turf race. Prior to that, she won on Breeders' Cup weekend. So she's coming out of some really, really good spots. And I think that, that grade 1 mile and then to cut back to 5.5 against those kind of horses in Italian and Roses for Deborah is really going to have her set up for a peak effort. Rosario has ridden her before and done very well on her. I think she handles the race, the course. She's worked very well after that race. So I'm all in on Wakanaka. Team Valor, Gary Barber, William Mott, in what we're going to call a filly and mare sprint at Kentucky Downs. I'm definitely going to bet her to win, especially if she holds that price. I'll probably take a couple of exactas. One that I will definitely use, and it's not going to be a cold exacta. I don't reverse and I don't box. We know that. But one of the horses I will definitely be using for second, and I'm only going to use maybe 1 or 2, but one of the ones I'm definitely going to use is Our Flash Drive, the 7 from Mark Cassey. I kind of like Woodbine horses that run at Kentucky Downs. This mare's never been at Kentucky Downs, but Woodbine horses to me tend to like it. And I think at her best, this mare can get in there and get a piece and run second. So, I wouldn't use her on the win end, but I definitely think she's a mare that can pick up the pieces or pick up some pieces and hang in there for second to Wakanaka, who is the sure bet coffee play of the day for Saturday. Thanks everybody for tuning in. A lot more coming. We're starting to lead up to the Breeders' Cup. Our Breeders' Cup seminar announcement will be out soon. Tracking Trips has been, I'd like to say, on fire. We've been pretty hot. So if you're not a Tracking Trips member, you may want to consider signing up because we've been doing really good. And make sure and get your Sure Bet coffee because they help us bring these videos to you, along with all our other sponsors, Game of Silks, Mentor Farm, Ham Wager, Formulator. I mean, we've got a lot of great people behind us. So join in, ride with us. And we'll keep trying to take them down and make some noise. So thanks, everybody. Talk to you all soon, and ciao for now. Does it better.